Now you've got some friends. You want those friendships to last. That usually happens when you're mindful of the other party. This takes observing and paying attention to others, describing what is observed rather than judging it, and participating in the flow of interactions. This is part of the core mindfulness what and how skills and is an extension of the relationship effectiveness skill give. Mindfully observing and attending to other people involves having interest and curiosity, being open to getting to know something new. Being open to learning new information about others is important because people are always up to something, changing and finding new interests. They want to tell others about what they're learning and who they're becoming. Being open to new information about others means you aren't rigid or unwilling to change your mind about a person when you discover that they have different qualities than you thought and you may have been wrong all along. It's the opposite of holding a person to what they said, believed, felt, or wanted yesterday or even 5 minutes ago. People can change. In order to pay attention with interest and curiosity and be open to new information about others, you have to let go of over-focusing on yourself. You miss a lot about what other people are saying or doing when you are in your small little world of self. You do want to be aware of yourself during interactions, but not overly focused. You can't be empathetic to others or validate what they're saying when you're not focused on them. If you are over-focused on yourself or talk about yourself too much, others feel that they are not very important. Focusing on yourself during interactions can lead to anxiety about how you are doing and what other people are thinking. This can make you avoid being with people or stay very quiet when you are with them. That's not a way to make or keep friends. If you're experiencing social anxiety, an antidote can very well be putting all your focus on the other. If you're mindfully observing and attending to others, you're going to stay in the present moment, listening to what other people are saying in real time, instead of planning what you will say next or thinking about what might happen because of what the other person is saying. Practice one-mindedness. Remember that means you stop multitasking. Don't text others or answer and start phone conversations with others while you're speaking face-to-face with someone else. A wonderful way to show that you are attentive is to turn off your cell phone or put it in your bag. If you're having a conversation with someone, don't look over their shoulder to see if someone else is there that maybe you'd rather talk to. People don't feel important when you're not making eye contact and focusing and listening to them. Lastly, when we are observing and attending to others, we give up judgments and always being right. That's in thinking, voice tone, statements, and actions that off-put others and come from an attitude that you are right and others are wrong. Always attempting to be right can be lethal in making and keeping friends. People don't want to always be wrong. They feel disrespected in their point of view, and they want to avoid you. Mindfully describing involves describing what you observe in a matter-of-fact way, putting aside judgments, not making assumptions, not questioning others' motives or intent, and giving others the benefit of the doubt. All of this allows others to learn and earn your trust. When we describe in a matter-of-fact way, we say who, what, and where in our observations. You might describe thoughts, feelings, or sensations of your own as well, but avoid describing what you think others are thinking, feeling, or sensing. It's about what's going on in you and the who, what, and where outside of you. Judgmental thoughts and statements very often get in the way of describing. This would be adding an evaluation to what you observe, good or bad, right or wrong. It also suggests that you think you are correct or that everyone should operate by your rules. Don't make assumptions about what others are thinking or feeling, what they must be doing, or what they really want or don't want. Allow people to tell you. This is especially true when you don't check the facts. You can ask questions, but never assume. You can only describe what you see, hear, taste, touch, or smell. In other words, what you observe through your senses. You cannot observe another person's thoughts, motives, intentions, feelings, emotions, desires, or personal experiences. You can describe those things, however, about yourself. You may be a person who is considered sensitive or empathic, and you might be right by your inferences about what's going on with another person without them saying. You could also base these readings on how well you know them, things that have happened, and nonverbal communication. However, even when you know people very well or know all that has happened with respect to certain situations, you have to still be open to being wrong. You have to honor others' perspectives. You can check the facts by asking questions, but not by accusing or demanding that you are correct. Judging and assuming don't work. Neither does questioning others' motives and intentions. If you question someone's motives, they feel pushed away. If you assume that words or actions have a certain effect, and that effect must have been intended, you are pushing people away with accusations. If you have trouble trusting other people without good reason, you are delaying forming friendships and getting in the way of intimacy and closeness with your distrust. Which is why we want to give others the benefit of the doubt. It is very effective for maintaining relationships, even when there is some justification for inferring that another person has some negative intention. Usually, there's a story. Usually, they have a place they're coming from, and there's a small chance for another possibility. Giving the benefit of the doubt can make it easier to follow up with checking the facts. It's important to give the benefit of the doubt all the way, because you could be wrong and there could be other benevolent motivations.